This is how my US Open started. A 37 on the federal course. And honestly, it wasn't the start I was hoping for. But instead of packing it up, I decided to shoot some more. That decision led to a 69 in Super Sporting, a trophy, and a chance at the C-Class Beretta Gold Cup. And ultimately, 7 punches and a move from C-Class to B-Class. Here's what happened in between. Thursday afternoon was the Promatic Prelim. I was scheduled to shoot at 1 o'clock, and this was my first opportunity to get on the course and see what Hudson had to offer. I finished the prelim with a 58. It wasn't exactly the start I was looking for, but the main was still ahead. Friday morning started early. My first main event round was at 8 a.m., and I was shooting the federal course. Unfortunately, this wasn't the round I was hoping for. I finished the federal course with a 37. Keep in mind that we are shooting 66 per round here in the main. After shooting that round, I wasn't particularly happy with where my shooting was. And this is where my weekend took a little bit of a turn. I wasn't originally registered to shoot Super Sporting, but after shooting the main event that morning, I knew I needed more time behind the gun. I wanted to get back into rhythm, so I decided to add the Beretta Super Sporting event that afternoon. I shot Super Sporting at 1 p.m. and something started to click. I finished with a 69. Unfortunately, I did not shoot any video for that. I just wanted to focus on my shooting and try to get back into the rhythm. Saturday morning I was back on the main event. My second round started at 10:30 a.m. and this time I was shooting the Fiocchi course. After putting up a 37 on Friday, I really wanted to settle down and shoot the targets instead of worrying about the score. And I was able to turn things around. I finished Fiocchi course with a 43. That's a 6 target improvement over Friday. FITASC was another one I wasn't originally scheduled to shoot, but after seeing how the standings were shaping up, I realized there was actually a chance to compete for the C-Class Beretta Gold Cup, so I decided to add another event. My first FITASC round was Saturday afternoon at 2:15. FITASC is a completely different challenge, and by this point I'd already put up a lot of targets in the air. I finished FITASC with a 61. Sunday morning started early. I had another FITASC round at 8:30 in the morning, followed by my final main event course at 1 o'clock. At this point, I knew exactly what was at stake. I had come to Wisconsin planning on shooting the main event and the prelim. Now I was fighting for a gold cup and trying to finish the weekend as strong as I could. Sunday afternoon was the final main event course, the Remington. By this point, I'd shot a lot of targets over the past 3 days, and I was definitely feeling it. I just wanted to finish strong and not let the fatigue get in the way. I finished the Remington course with a 41. That gave me a 3-course main event total of 121. The 37 on Friday definitely wasn't what I wanted, but coming back with a 43 on Saturday and finishing with a 41 on Sunday made me pretty happy with how I recovered. Across the tournament, I ended up earning 7 punches. And those 7 punches meant something bigger than just the tournament results. I moved up from C class to B class. When I left Arizona, I was a C class shooter. When I left Wisconsin, I was a B class shooter. Looking back, I'm really glad I decided to not pack up everything after the first round Friday. Shooting a 37 wasn't how I wanted to start the U.S. Open, but instead of letting one bad round define the weekend, I decided to shoot more. That led to a 69 in Super Sporting, a trophy, a chance at the Beretta Gold Cup, and ultimately 7 punches. And now I've got a whole new challenge ahead of me. B class. I guess that means the next time I step onto the course, the targets aren't going to get any easier, but that's why we keep shooting. Thanks for coming along for the U.S. Open. This has been Man vs. Covey.